Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, VA3IMW. That's my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie, and I live here in Hamilton on the West Mountain. We're now ready to live stream the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. On Thursdays, rather than being on the VA3ZOE repeater, we use a Simplex frequency of 446.125. Simplex means that our stations are communicating directly with each other without the assistance of a repeater. Now we'll just wait for the clock to flip over 7 p.m. and we'll open up the net. Good evening and attention all stations. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, representing the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. This net meets 5 times a week on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the VA3ZOE repeater on 443.075, and on Thursday in Simplex on this frequency, 446.125. We're also streaming live on YouTube. If you want to join along, look up my call sign, VA3IMW, in the search box. Scroll down until you see the big red sticker that says live. Go click on that and you'll find us right here. All right. So without any further ado, we'll take a quick standby for any time-sensitive, mobile, or priority traffic stations.
Quick in and out. Finally come back to the right frequency, but VA3MFL, just in and out. Check me a Mac.
Well, very good, Al. You're in and out, and you're more in than out. How many days of work this week, my friend?
Too many. They're starting to bother me now.
Yes. You tried to get out, but they pull you back in. Yeah, there's a definite check mark for all the skills that you obviously have acquired over the years. But, you know, in a time of year where you're really not too busy cutting grass and there's no surplus beer in the fridge, maybe a few extra days on the job is not a bad thing. And perhaps taking it easy through the months of July and August will come in handy then.
Yeah, I enjoyed my winter off. It beat the hell out of me when I was fast. As you said, I do like the paycheck. Hey, check that Tesla stock out. It's way down. Might be a time to do a buy is what I'm thinking.
Well, as long as Tesla is associated with Mr. TRUMP, I don't know that he's going to get any more popular right now. But try to do a 5-year synopsis and find out where the head and tails and shoulders are on the stock prices before you pull the trigger. That's one I would stay away from, at least until he either is disassociated with Mr. Trump or maybe they find a new president for the United States one way or another. Anyways, best of luck with your stock analysis and all the rest of that. I'm still hanging on tight with Linamar in order to wait for the dividend payout a little later this month, and we'll see what I do with mine. Thanks a lot, Al. Appreciate your check-in, sir.
Hey, Mac. Have a great evening. Step through to everybody on that. Always have a great evening. VA3MFL.
All right. And from one Al to an Albert, waving a hand to Albert, who's just checked in from Barrie on YouTube. VA3BT. Got one more sleep, and then you can come home tomorrow night. We'll be looking forward to hearing you on the air. Also recognizing VA3CJZ and VE3IUK, who has also signed into the chat. All right, let's open it up for anybody. If you got a valid call sign, I'd like to hear from you, and come on in and test out your radio. Say hello.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Victor Echo 3, Zulu Juliet Charlie. Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt.
All right, 3 more fine gentlemen. Very good. And yeah, you guys did it. CJZ and ZJC back to back. Okay, I got to figure out which one is yin and what is yang. Come on in, Chuck. As usual, great net last night.
Hey, good evening, Mac, and everyone else listening. Thanks. Unfortunately, once again, I had audio issues, but when the net was over, I started pulling wires out and backtracking, and hopefully tonight is a nice, clear transmission there. Over.
Well, tonight is definitely a clear transmission. No helicopters in the background, so job well done. It would be interesting to see if you turned on a live stream and reset all the scenarios that you have going on while you're streaming and hosting the AREG, and just invite a couple of us to log in with you just to see if anything else transpires.
Yeah, very interesting. I think I did a what do you call it there? I did a live stream, but for private use only. Only I could see it, and playing it back with only one camera running. It seemed fine. What happened is I think it was a USB hub that was the culprit again. So I swapped it out, and seems to be working fine now. But yeah, that's a good idea there, Mac. We'll have to do that. Other than that, not much for me going on today. Quite a lazy day. Had an old man nap there a little while ago. I missed Rick on the Trans-Provincial Net at 3 p.m. on 40 meters, but he said he did better than last week. He got 3 check-ins in 1 hour, and last week he only got 2. So things are kind of slow for sure. But the band conditions, I can hear a little bit now. I can start hearing a little bit, not much, but it's better than what it has been. Back to you, Mac.
Yeah, when I looked it up on the net or on the web, I saw the KP index was down just below 4. But sadly, solar flux index down to 134. So less noise, but a quieter band as well. So yeah, we'll have to see what transpires. Has there been any other recent videos posted by the Space Weather Lady?
Just what you and I posted, the same video, which was, at the beginning of, at the end of last week, I think. Yeah, nothing. I haven't really gone to her webpage or website there, but nothing that I see yet.
All right, QSL. Very good. Yeah, it was strange that popped up in my feed with regard to a class 4 solar event. So that obviously drew my interest. So I had to jump in there and get a look at that right away. Anyways, we'll see what happens down the path. Speaking of down the path, just a quick reminder that we will be also streaming the Friday night ZOE Rag Chew tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Joining everybody on 443.075 on the VE3 ZOE repeater. And with that, Chuck, anything else before we move on to your alter ego?
Yeah, no, nothing that I can think of at the moment. But if there is, I'll break back in. Thanks for doing this, Mac. And I'll send it back to net control.
Okay. And with that, we'll bring in VE3 ZJC. Jason, good evening. You sound mighty fine. You must be on a really, really, really good radio tonight.
Good evening, Mac, and all on frequency. Up in the shack here. Not on the handy-talkie and not on cross-band repeat, although I'm sure I could have set that up so I could have continued taking care of the vegetable garden. Instead, I took a break to come say hi to you fine folk. And this is on the 2730A, no crossband, and the SM8 on the desk.
Very good. Yep, sounds nice and crisp and clean. Good radio. Yeah. Part of the older of the brand. Another busy day in the office, I take it. Traffic and all the rest of that stuff.
Busy day at work, kind of, sort of, not in the office. My meeting schedule and the wife's other schedule to go meet with lawyer was not conducive to one another, so I stayed home and worked from here. And she went into the office, bailed a little early to get back to this area on time to go for her afternoon meeting. So, but busy nonetheless. There's never a shortage of work in the IT world.
Absolutely. Yep. Did you turn it on? Is it plugged in? All the rest of that checklist. All right, Jason. Well, all the best. And let me know if you got anything else for the net before we carry on.
Nope, nothing else for me. I keep waiting for a tail to drop. I will listen along for the duration. VA3IMW back to net. Thanks for doing it, sir.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Okay. Thanks again, Jason. Appreciate your check-in. Let's bring our friend from Dundas, Will.i.am, VE3IUK. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Mac. Good evening to everyone on the line. Just a quick comment. The honeymoon between Musk and a certain president of the United States is over, so we'll see what that transpires. And the mudslinging's already started, so should be interesting to watch it unfold. But anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. Just speaking to Steve, VA3NFG, and he was having problems with that new radio he bought. He was able to get a firmware program for it and reflashed it, and his radio is now working. So he's a happy camper. Other than that, not too much here. Kind of a rainy, dull day, so didn't do too much outdoors. Just stayed in and did some housework. So that's about it from here, Mac. Back to you.
Okay, very good. And any further activity with drawing down your battery and recharging it and all the rest of the testing you were going to do there?
No, not yet. I hope to get to it on the weekend.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand this thing. When I talk to retired people and they talk about what they're going to do on the weekend, never mind. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, no, I just have a lot of other stuff on the go. So yeah, but we'll get to it on the weekend.
Okay, very good. Someday I'll have a continuous weekend as well. Maybe another 3 or 4 years down the road. Okay, let's take a quick standby and see if we got anybody else waiting in the wings. Goodness gracious, we got 7 people watching on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And Al has also posted his YouTube check-in there. So VA3NFL, you're in that log as well. Let's see. Yep. Anybody else wants to join in and say hello? Come on in. And VA3IMW is here representing the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. VA3AXJ. Good evening, Rick. How are you doing today?
Kind of a slow day. I slept too much last night. I was watching TV and I looked at the clock and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I thought I'd better go to sleep. Well, now I'm just, tired out and dragging my butt. I'm just going to lay down and relax.
Okay, so what was on TV last night that held your interest until 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I ended up Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. all that stuff, eh? Interesting. I watched the hockey game too. I'm so glad that Oilers won. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, QSL, one notch in the belt, and I guess they got to make good on. Is this the best out of 7 or best out of 5?
Best of the 7, and they're playing at home again tonight. So this is hope. Tomorrow night. Just hope they win.
Yeah, it would be good to be up 2 games before you go to your opponent's arena. That would be certainly advisable. And it would be nice to steal 1-1 there on the road. That way they can come back home and have that triumphal party. However, you know that's going to go to 7 games. That's how they sell tickets.
Yeah, well, it's a Canadian team, eh? So if it wasn't a Canadian team, I wouldn't even be bothered watching it. So let's just hope that they do win.
Yeah, it would be nice to see the big shiny trophy come up north of the border for a year. I guess it's been a few years since that has happened. But nonetheless, it's entertainment and something to bring our Canadian pride together. Yeah, very good, Rick. Well, I trust you get a good night's sleep tonight. And if you need somebody to come down and unplug your TV for you, just to get you off to bed, then let us know.
Well, I gotta have it. I put it on timer. And when it starts to flash, it goes back on again. I put the timer back on. I'll do that, I don't know, 8, 9 times, 8 or 9 times. I'll learn how to stop doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. But then again, on the other hand, if you really enjoy what you're watching, then maybe it's not such a bad thing. You just have to have enough rest before you get up and start the day. Anyways, have yourself a super duper evening. Trust you get some good rest tonight, and we'll be listening for you tomorrow night for the Rag Chew. If you're back with us tomorrow night.
Thanks for that. I'm back there. The XJ, we're going to be I'll listen for a while. Back to you.
All right. Thanks again, Rick. Always good to hear from you. And with that, let's throw another call out, see if we got a couple of more folks we can talk to. VA3IMW standing by for further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Well, nothing heard there. And it's 7:17. Let me see. No real announcements. Just a quick reminder, June 21st is coming. And I think somewhere between 11 and noon we'll be up and busy on the air at Royal Botanical Gardens. And I'm sure by the time we get ourselves all talked out, we'll be able to scarf down at our weight in 12-inch hot dogs across the road. So Esther Brooks is probably going to be able to put another coat of paint on their tables. I can't imagine how much paint thickness is on that stuff already. Anyways, that's coming up. And other than that, approaching the 23rd of June, that will be the weekend that we have our last Saturday and Monday net until we return after Labor Day. So our summer schedule will start as of the 24th. Summer schedule will be Sunday, Tuesday on the ZOE repeater, Thursday on this Simplex frequency. And obviously throughout the week, we will continue to support the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club nets, both the NCF repeater nets at 7 p.m. and Rick's net at 8 on 40 meters. Wednesday night will be comprised of a quick check-in with the Burlington Amateur Radio Club at 7:30 and 2 hours of fun and enjoyment with Charles during the A-Reg. And then Friday night, as long as everybody is so inclined, we'll continue to get together at 8 o'clock for the Friday night ZOE Rag Chew. Anyways, speaking of which, Friday night ZOE Rag Chew, we do need a net controller for Friday night. If anybody's interested, feel free to put your hand up. Other than that, you're going to have to listen to me, and I'm not sure everybody wants to do that 2 nights in a row. I know I don't, but we'll do it if necessary. Larry's busy with some stuff, and we'll look forward to him coming back to us once he's got business at home taken care of. So a quick call out once again, last call for any further check-ins.
VA3IMW recheck.
Okay, and Steve, I heard you, and Bill, I'll take your recheck.
Yeah, just before we pick up, Steve, just a couple of quick comments. Number one, I can do the net Friday night if you'd like. And number two, it would be nice to see Oilers win. It's been 31 years since there's been a Stanley Cup back in this country. So here's hoping. Anyway, thanks for doing it. Mac, back to you.
Okay, very good. And thanks for throwing your hand high in the air. Okay, VA3NFG, I think. Come on in.
Yes, there, Mac. Thanks for picking me up. I'm not raising my hand there for the net tomorrow night. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to key this mic. LOL. Yeah, so we're transmitting off the newly repaired Radtel there. So I sent a video in of what I was doing, and apparently they recognized that I was loading the wrong file. So they sent me the proper file, which is version 1.12. If anybody out there has an issue, get a hold of me because I have the fix file for it. Anyway, that's what I got, and even though I have another one on the way, I think Mark VA3MHV will be taking this one off my hands. However, we could start the bidding at $100 if anybody wants to. Anybody wants to pick this up. Anyway, thanks, Matt, for picking me up there, and I'm going to try to load this radio up with channel memories. So, are we sounding okay this evening?
Well, I guess you're doing okay as long as you stay in the sweet spot and don't jump around too much. Best signal is an S5, so I'm not sure which window you're in. But yeah, the radio sounds fine. It's just when you get out of that sweet spot, you kind of drop down towards the S1 or S2, get a little noisy. But yeah, very good, sir. Glad that your radio woes are pretty much in the rear view mirror. But we just have to ask that other question.
Okay, I'm outside on the deck now. Maybe my signal picked up a little bit more. What question is that?
Something about an active base station, but maybe I should let Charles come back in and ask. He's really good at that.
Okay, yeah, no, I've already, no, I'm hooked back up. I have a bad patch cord that I still haven't replaced because I've been busy with my visitors there from the other continent there. So, but I am back up. I just have to swap out a patch cable, and we're good to go.
Yeah, that means we won't hear him on the base till the fall.
Well, at least until the 12th, anyways. Yeah. Well, I'm working all this week. I don't have a lot of time to play with it, but you know, I've got some people here to entertain for the week, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get some time in there. I hope I do. If I don't, I will be back in the saddle June 12th and onward from there. And thanks for the input there, Chuck, VA3CJZ. And Mac, this is VA3 or VA3IMW, VA3NFG.
All right, very good. And you know, it's all in fun. Anyways, signal outside, fairly stable around an S7. Again, you're dancing around a little bit. Sometimes a little better than that, not quite an S9. And then if you get out of the sweet spot, it kind of gets hazy and noisy again. But definitely a better copy out in the fresh air. Speaking of fresh air, you noticed any smell of smoke?
No, why? Is there a fire burning in Hamilton somewhere?
No, it's actually a wildfire from out west. And that's why there is an air quality advisory out there right now. So if you look up in the sky, things look a little gray and brownish and hazy, and there is a smell of smoke in the air. So that is exactly why the air quality advisory has been issued by Environment Canada.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. I don't smell it. I don't know. I haven't smelled it. Could be my fire pit, but it hasn't been burning in at least 2 days. But okay, thanks for the heads up there, and we'll let you get back to it. Maybe there's someone else there to pick up. Thanks again. This is VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks again, Steve. And again, glad to hear that you got your radio all straightened out and got some good firmware in there. All right, another last call for any last minute check-ins. Anybody else for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come on in.
VA3 DCS. VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf, just clicking a note. Absolutely nothing exciting going on here. Just a check-in.
Okay, thanks, Chris, for your in and out. That was good. And VA3 DCS, geez, they just keep coming. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening. I just came down here and thought, well, maybe it's still going in. It was. Very good. Yep. Not a lot going on here. Played a little bit of Hunter at lunchtime the last couple of days. Got three parks in the U.S. and but it was crazy, really. They're coming in fine, and suddenly they just disappear halfway through their call.
Oh, yes. Bands have been definitely up and down. You can be listening to a perfectly clear signal 1 second and count to 3 and unplug your ears again, and they're gone. Yep. I've even heard that during a QSO. They come back to you all nice and strong. You're ready to give them a 5.9 report, and they go down into the dust.
Yeah, there's one about a S9 just booming in from Georgia. Well, must have been running some power, and nice and loud, and just like in an instant gone.
Yeah, E-layer absorption will do that to you. Yeah. So, or is it sporadic E? I have no idea. I know that earlier in the week, there was some people that were working 6 meters, and they had reported that it was sporadic E bounce, and it was fairly active. But yeah, I'm not sure if 20 and 40 are usually affected that much by sporadic E. It's probably that D-layer thing. Anyways, Dave, one more sleep and then you're into the weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Well, bring on the weekend. The last 2 days. I have to try to make it last longer, I think. That would be good.
Well, if you sleep early on Friday, then you can get up really, really, really early on Saturday and maximize your effectiveness for all the yard work and all the rest of the around the house chores that you need to get done. And then Sunday you recover, right? The day of rest. So some say anyways. Yeah. All right, Dave, certainly appreciate your check-in. And I'm going to ask you that question too. Anything else for the net before we carry on?
Oh, maybe a few butterflies for that net. That would be good.
Okay. Yeah, and you can pin them to a piece of cardboard, put them in a frame, and be just as strange as all those other people that do that. I never could figure out those bug collectors. That's mean. That's just nasty. Anyways, Dave, have yourself a great evening, and I trust tomorrow swishes by without anything negative happening. All the best. With that, let's make another quick last-minute call. Any last-minute check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come on in and say hi. Okay, that's all I've heard. So with that, we'll bring the net to a close, and we'll be terminating live stream as well. Once again, don't forget to join us tomorrow night on the VE3 ZOE repeater at 8 o'clock. And our gracious host tomorrow will be none other than VE3IUK, Bill from Dundas. So with that, we'll bid you all 7 threes. And that's how we say goodbye.